What's all this for?
Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. This is James, and in this video, let's go over that scene in Season 7, Episode 9.
Have come across a weird roadblock that is laced with explosives.
It's where Rick and Michonne got in those cars with that cable and mowed down a bunch of walkers. Let's see how it kind of took place, how it happened, how they did it, how they filmed it. As far as what's going on, remember Rick and the gang, they found this cable in the road and it had explosives on it, and they tried to get the explosives off so they could keep them and maybe reuse them somewhere. The Saviors had set that up, and they thought it was a trap, like a trap for them or people, but they realized it's a trap or something to stop a walker horde that was coming. So they had set up this cable with explosives to take out the walker horde, and it's bearing down on Rick and the gang, so they get the explosives off, and Rick says, Michonne, hey, get in the other car, and we'll take these bad boys down the road and chop all these walkers in half with that cable that's tied to both bumpers.
We're literally wiping out a football field worth of walkers.
The script wasn't originally written just like that. Greg Nicotero came in and was like, hey man, why don't we use these cables to cut down some walkers? And they kind of changed it a little bit, made that happen for a big, that was one of their big things that happened. There was an explosion at the end. I'll tell you a little bit about that as well. But they needed a bunch of extras. They needed a bunch of walkers in the shot.
We have a total of 150 walkers, and 20 of them are stunt walkers.
As far as special effects, they used about 20 to 40 of the stunt walkers, the extras, and set them up in a line and, just shot these plates of walkers, close-up shots they could get and stuff of the cable cutting them down, but it's actually an invisible cable.
You just need the reaction out of them as the cable makes contact with them.
The actors or stunt walkers, they use the front bumper as a cue because, the cable's not really there, but in the show, the cable would have been tied across the front bumpers of the cars. So in the shots as they were shooting those plates, as the front bumper got two of them, they would know that's their cue to, oh, there's an imaginary cable there, and they get knocked down. Of course, it all goes into CGI, and they do all the hocus pocus to it as far as the bloods, the guts, the fake walkers in with the real ones that they shoot. They do 3D models. They shoot plates. Like they shot the two cars with a drone without any walkers. These are like the overhead wide shots, and then they would just layer everything else in. They had different angles, and I think that's what's pretty cool about some of it is at least it's not just one effect shot, one or two cuts. They have 2 or 3, 4 cuts, different ways that they shoot when it's a fast moving thing, and they can have several different cuts as the music's going and really keeping it all exciting. But then they also had an explosion at the end in the show as they were cutting the explosives off the cable, trying to be careful and trying to keep them so they could use them later. One didn't look so good, and Rosita said, yeah, just keep that one off to the side, lay it over in the ditch. It don't look real well. I don't like the looks of it. And of course you do have to handle explosives very carefully, so Rosita's like, not that one. And when the walker horde comes through, they're already driving off. Rick and Michonne did the cable thing, and they picked them up in a SUV, and everybody's safe. They're driving off, but then boom, and Rosita makes a comment, something like,
yeah, I didn't like the look of that shit at all.
And so the explosion was that bad dynamite that they left behind.
We're gonna blow stuff up today. That's always fun.
But as far as the special effects and how they did it,
Setting up 2 large fireballs. The steel pipes that you see there, those are mortars.
it's really cool how they use the mortars and the gasoline and things like that. And it's like their special effects guy says,
And about 12 gallons of gas. So now you'll be able to see how much 12 gallons of gas, under the right conditions, will give you in a fireball.
so that's 12 gallons of gas, and that's really a lot. If you had that sitting out in front of you, you'd go, yeah, that's kind of a lot of gas. So I always love the special effects, the behind the scenes stuff, to see how they did it. And my hat's off to them always for people's safety, making it look cool, timing it just right so they actually get the shot they need as far as the production end. But hey, you guys let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. And I'll join you there. This is James in Nashville. As always, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more dead stuff.